Sue Gray has been appointed as Keir Starmer's Chief of Staff. It's a controversial move, as Gray has been in charge of the Partygate reports that contributed to Boris Johnson's downfall. But Starmer has been out on the airwaves reassuring the country that nothing fishy has gone on. He's talking to LBC's Nick Ferrari. See if you're convinced.
When did you first approach Sue Gray to be your Chief of Staff?
Nick, I know her personally. I met her when I was Director of Public Prosecution. She was obviously a senior civil servant. I met a number of them. I was really, really impressed with her. So I've known her personally since then. She's not a friend. I don't mix with her. I'm not in the same social circles or anything like that. I know her personally in the sense that if I saw her at a reception or something, I would go over and have a discussion with her. But as I say, I actually haven't had a discussion with her during the entire time she was doing her report.
Might I ask when you first approached her to be your Chief of Staff?
I've been on the lookout for a Chief of Staff for a little while now. I'm very clear what I wanted in that. And obviously, Sue will set out that, but nothing improper at all. I've been on the lookout for a Chief of Staff. I'm really pleased that people of her calibre are interested in that.
So when did you approach, can I ask when you approached Sue?
Look,
if I may call her, Sue?
I've been looking for a Chief of Staff for a number of weeks now.
I think October 2022, Sam White left you, if I've got
Well,
that
that's when I lost, when Sam White moved on. At that stage, the first task I had for myself was being clear in my own mind what I wanted from a Chief of Staff, because I was beginning to think about how to deliver.
So I will try again, and obviously you don't have to answer, but when did you first contact Sue Gray about the possibility of becoming your Chief of Staff?
Well, Nick, that's going to be laid out by Sue. She's got to do that as part of her leaving procedure. But there's nothing improper at all.
But you can't tell me that.
Nick, nothing improper at all.
No, but you can't tell me when you first approached her.
I've been looking for a Chief of Staff for a little while now, but Sue will lay that out.
Why won't you tell me, Sir Keir?
There's nothing improper at all.
No. I'm just unsure why you won't tell me when you first made contact with her.
I'm not going to go through lock, stock and barrel, but there's nothing improper. It's not unusual.
But if it's not improper, I'm sorry to interrupt. If it's not improper, why won't you say, it was a month ago, Nick, or it was 6 weeks ago, Nick, or it was on New Year's Day?
It was. I've been looking for some time, and there's nothing improper in the slightest.
How many times can someone refuse to answer a question, instead just saying there was nothing improper going on, before we all start to wonder if maybe there was something improper going on? It's a bit like the question on your T-shirt answers itself, Nothing improper is going on. It's not a great thing to just keep repeating over and over again while refusing to answer a question. Nihal, were you reassured by that performance? Are you convinced that nothing improper went on?
I think you can ask Keir Starmer what he had for dinner yesterday, and he'll still manage to give you a convoluted, not straightforward answer at all that will inspire suspicions. It's pathological at this point. Like, he lies unprovoked, I think, even when there's evidence to the contrary. Obviously, if he hadn't approached her before the report had been published, he would have said so. It's just something to behold. The pivot, the stock responses, the evasiveness. I've heard sensible centrists say that Keir Starmer is a good orator. Where? Do you see it, Michael?
I like the dinner point. He said, what did you have for dinner yesterday? Well, I'm not going to say, but I can confirm I didn't eat humans. What did you eat? Well, I don't want to say exactly what I ate, but I can say I did not eat humans. Didn't eat anything illegal, in fact. Well, what did you eat? All I'm going to say is I didn't eat humans. I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat dogs either, actually. I didn't eat dogs. Just say what you had, babe. It's not a big deal.